Today we are going to start our first digital project. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Google Classroom and open it up. And then while in there, you're going to click on the Classwork tab. And up at the very top, you should see the area called Drawing Websites. So you want to open that. And today we're going to be working with Sketchpad. So click Sketchpad. Once you have it open, we're going to go way over here to the top. And we're going to click on those double squares to minimize our screen. Now let me close this real quick. And we're going to move it over to the left, or you could keep it to the right. The other thing is right here when you wiggle your mouse on the edge here, if you click there and drag it, you can make it large or you can make it small. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up to the top, to the tab way up at the top. We're going to click and hold down on our touchpad and drag our finger across until we move Sketchpad over to the right. Or you could do it opposite. You could do it to the left. And we're going to also increase the size of Sketchpad that's a comfortable viewing size. Now what we're going to do is you'll go to today's lesson and you'll watch the tutorial on the left and you'll do the work on the right. Or it may be vice versa. You may want to watch the tutorial on the right and do the work on the left. That's totally up to you. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close that side because I don't need it while I'm showing you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be creating something like this. It's going to be a kind of like a nameplate, something that represents who you are. And so we're going to walk through the steps together and then you'll save it and turn it in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a canvas. This is called a canvas. So you're going to go down here to the plus sign. After you click the plus sign, you should see this menu come up. And up here at the top, you want to click the down arrow and you want to choose 800 by 600 and click there. Then you want to come over because we want a blank canvas. You want to click on the word color and then click create. This will give you a plain white background for your canvas. So we're going to start over here with the icons, and we're going to start with the paint bucket. So when you click here, you'll see the word vector fill, but if you click the down arrow, you'll also see pixel fill. We're going to deal with vector fill. And you can choose the color that you want for your background. I'm going to choose purple, and you can adjust things here as well. And then come over here and click on the canvas, and that will give you your background. We're going to go up to the letter T, and that's our text. And we have fancy text, and we have text on a path. Fancy text, if we click there and then we click the canvas and move it over, you can type in here and then adjust the different fonts and colors and things like that. You can do all of that. Also, I'm going to go ahead and delete this by clicking the trash can, or I could come over to undo. But I'm going to do text on a path. You do not have to do that. That is totally up to you. I'm also going to choose my font here, and I'm going to go down and choose Fat Face. And we have the color fill here and the outline. So I want the inside of my letters to be pink. And then I want the outside of my letters to be, let's see, let me click here and I want to do a color. And so I want it to be black. Okay. Then you can choose bold to make your letters bold. You can choose to make your line width thick or thin, and I'm going to go a little thicker. Letter spacing separates the letters and so forth. But I'm going to go ahead and type my name first so that I can give you an example of what it looks like when you're playing around with it. So I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to mess around here with the letter spacing. So this is the space between each letter. And then we have word spacing. That is the spacing between the words. We have font size. That increases the size of the letters. And I think I'm going to go really big. And then the start position is where it actually starts. Like, where do you want it to actually be? And then we have the flip. If you click here, it flips it inside out, but I don't really recommend that. And when you're happy with it, you just simply click on your canvas. Now, I'm not happy with it where it's sitting. I want it to be a little bit more centered. So I'm going to, oops. Oh, I know what I need to do. I'm going to hit the arrow here, and then I'm going to click and move it. And I want it kind of in the center. All right, so we've done our fill for the canvas. We've put on text, and now we're going to go to clip art. Now here, you can either load up your own image. I won't go into detail about that. If you can figure out how to do that, then feel free to do it. But I'm going to be using the clip art that they have here. So I'm going to come over here to the down arrow, and I'm going to type in the word apple to see if they have an apple. They do. Oh, I love the apple with the worm. So I'm going to add that. So I'm going to come right over here, and I'm going to add this to my work and drag it out and make it as large as I want it. I'm going to go back and add some more. Let me see what other things they have here. They have a tree, slices of apples. Let me type in teacher and see what comes up. Now for teacher, there is a pencil, but let me see if a pen comes up. Okay, so we have color pencils. We have a regular pencil. So I'm going to put a regular pencil down here. And you see how it's in front of my text right there? I want it to kind of sit behind it. So I'm going to come over here to the layers. And right here is the clip art that's highlighted. And I want it to go underneath my name, We Are the Teacher. So I'm going to drag it, click and drag it underneath. So now you see that it's going behind the text. Okay. And then I like it like that. I'm going to add some more. So I want to see if they have, if you kind of highlight, if you hold over it, it kind of, oh, this looks good too. It kind of like shows you the picture, like what it actually is. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the mechanical pencil, which I never use. Let me see, what is this one? That's a pen. I'll use that. So it's kind of small, so I'm going to click and drag and make it larger. Okay, and right here I can rotate it by clicking there and then dragging it over. And let's see, drag a little bit more, about right there. Okay, so then I'm going to come up here to the stars, and yours may be something else, but it's the next one up. And we have a bunch of shapes. There's burrs, circles, ellipse, pies, and so forth. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a radial burst, which looks like this. I'm going to fill it with yellow, and then the outline is going to be pink. And I can make the line width really, really thick, like that. The sides I can adjust, and I can make it really, really hardly any lines there and then a whole bunch of lines. So I'm going to go about right there. And then the spread, you can also adjust the spread there. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put some here, put a little one there. And I can even duplicate it. And what I do is I right clicked on the touchpad, which is a 2-finger tap and then copy. And then I'm going to drag that down here. And I'm going to do that one more time. Put that over here. And then you can go ahead and add anything you want to it. And then over here is the select tool, the arrow, where you can go in and click and adjust things the way you'd like to adjust them. So once you have everything the way you want it to be, and you filled up the page as much as you can, it's time to save it. So you're going to come down here to the little, it looks like a little floppy disk. Back in the day, we used to have floppy disks to save things on. So it's export. So click there. You're going to go up to JPEG. Now this window pops up for me. It's not going to pop up for you. But what's going to pop up is the thing that's about to pop up once I click save. This button here. You want to click show in folder. Okay. Then you want to scroll all the way up to where we see the word Google Drive. And you want to click and hold your picture and drag it into Google Drive. And that way, when you go to turn it in, you'll be able to pull it up from your Google Drive. So your next step would be to go to the assignment, click on Add, scroll down to Drive, choose your picture, and then click Turn In.